Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to TechNodeFirmaCraft. So, to start off, I want to apologize for how long it's been since I've put up an episode. I bought a new computer, and I had big problems with Windows 10 not working with my recording software. And the only way that I was finally able to resolve the issue was to downgrade to Windows 7. So I managed to get that done, and everything seems to be working now, so that's good. Now, I am able with this new computer to record at 1080p and 60 FPS. However, my editing software currently does not support 1080 60 FPS. I can run at 1080 or I can run at 720 60 FPS. So, yep, it looks like at the moment I'm just going to be going 1080 and 30. So, maybe in the future I can get that resolved and we'll get some higher quality videos, but right now that's where we're at. So, I haven't done a whole heck of a lot since the last episode. I have been continually replanting the garden because it's still a little early in the year. I think we're somewhere in the middle of April. If we look, yeah, April 18th. So, sometimes it still gets too cold and some of the plants come out of the ground and I have to pick the seeds back up. I have gone through, planted all of my fruit trees and all of my fruit bushes. So up here I've got just tons of bushes. I've got a few of them down there. Those are the prickly ones, and I didn't want them around these. I just recently got the cranberry bushes over here, and the strawberry bushes I didn't have out here before either, but we've got a whole bunch of stuff here now. I am going to be, and speaking of seeds on the ground, so the jute didn't make it, so also we are in version 2.12.1 now. And so you can see when I throw an item now, it doesn't float like traditional Minecraft. We now have, I think it's improved item physics, and that allows, we get really neat item animations, and they lay on the ground, they'll slide around on the ground. It's really neat. So, yep, that's pretty cool. I think I saw something about like red power or something like that has been removed, and we have to upgrade to the blue power or whatever it is, or red logic or something like that. But yep, I'm not that far, so I don't have to worry about any of that. I have been doing a large amount of smelting and smithing, so I have a little bit of steel here. I have upgraded my anvil to a steel anvil. I have more than a stack of wrought iron, 3 stacks of gold now, stack and a half of copper, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's all going good. I am wanting to move all of this stuff, the bloomery, the forge, and all of the ingots over by the blast furnace here, because I want to make a forge building over there. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to make up some designs and build over there. And also during a live stream yesterday, I found a sheep. And now my tomatoes are coming out of the ground. But I found a sheep and brought it back to the base, and here this morning I was out dumping my surplus dirt down the ravine over here where I do, and I happened to hear a pig on the other side of the hill, so I let it down here too. Now I've been working on familiarizing these guys. Right now we're, I think, at about 20% familiarization, and one of the main reasons I wanted the sheep is I wanted to be able to make a bed. So I was able to shear the sheep once. Previously, I had found a sheep skin, I think killed by a bear, and so I have 3 pieces of wool. Now, to deal with this wool, we need to make a spindle. So let me see here, somewhere here, yep, I have a vessel with some clay in it. I need 1 piece of clay and a stick. And once again, I don't have everything ready. Sticks are right here. So I need a stick, 1 piece of clay, and then we're good to go. So we put a clay on top of a stick, and that will make a clay spindle. Now what we need to do with this is put it in the ground and run it through a pit kiln, just like we would with pretty much anything else. So I know I have a whole bunch more straw up in the hole in the ground, but that's all that I need. So I'm going to quick run over here. We're going to get this in the ground, and we are going to light this. And I guess I need to grab a little bit of wood. So let's see. We'll just grab some from over here. And we'll grab it. Well, I don't have any room. Okay, well, let's just toss that door on the ground for now. So we want to place our spindle on the ground. It helps if I have the right thing. Then we will place down our straw and our logs, same as we always do with the pit kiln. Grab our fire starter and we'll get this thing lit up, and we shouldn't have any... well, that didn't work so good. So where's the one with the sticks? Sticks. There we are. Okay. And same as always, make a new fire starter. And we'll see if we can get this. There we go. We got it to light. So now the next thing that I want to look at is the quest book. Where did I put the quest book? Right here. The one that had the sticks. Okay, so in our quest book, we have some quests that we can work on. In the Iron Age, we have this steel furnace. Now if we look at this, now that we know how to make steel, we can make a furnace to handle tasks like smelting cobblestone and firing clay. So this would be kind of nice. So we need to make a steel furnace. So to make this, the steel furnace, we need a steel chisel, any hammer I believe, a crucible, and some steel plates. So right now I have my 6 steel plates. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to grab one of these ingots, and we're going to have to light up the forge. So let's see here, we go get some of that in there, and we'll light this thing up. So while we're waiting for that to heat up, we're going to look at the quest book some more. So we can't really do anything more in Iron Age, so I think I want to move on to the immersive engineering quests. So, what? What? Okay, that was strange. Mining drill. I don't know. So, immersed in engineering, where we learn of a guidebook to the, I think that's supposed to be fantastic, multi-block machines. You can craft your immersive engineering handbook with a lever and a book. Hemp seeds are dropped by zombies. This quest line is incomplete. Now I have plenty of hemp, so I don't have to worry about that. So, as you can see, when I started out here, I was looking at how to make this thing. So the engineer's manual is made with a book and a lever. So to make a book, we need paper and leather. Now I happen to have just enough sugarcane to make 3 pieces of paper, so we're going to go ahead and put those in here, and we get a book. Now to make the lever, we need a regular stone and a stick. And once again, we need sticks. And I grabbed the wrong vessel. Where? What? There it is. Okay, so we'll grab a stick, and we put a stick and a rock, and we get a lever. So now we can take our book and our lever, and we get our engineer's manual. So we'll see if that completes that quest. Yes, it does. So that gives us a full heart and some more industrial hemp seeds. So we're going to go ahead and claim that reward and take a look here. So now this says that we still have one more quest to unlock somewhere else to get to this particular quest. So let's take a look at this. Conveyor belts. Unnamed quest. Okay, so this is not quite ready yet. That's unfortunate. I have no idea what I'm doing with immersive engineering, so this would definitely help me out. And it looks like that's iron ore. So that's unfortunate that we can't do that yet, and that's not what I wanted to do. So if we look in here, we're up to yellow. So I'm just going to pump that once just because. So, can work. I think we're just about to the point of where we can do this. And I guess real quick we can consume our heart, and then we'll eat our sandwich. So we've got 68 lives remaining now, and we are plenty hot here, so we're going to drop this in here. We need to make a steel chisel. So for this we need hammers and shrinks at the end. So, or draw. So let's see here. If we go here, now the draw is quite a bit. What does it take to undo that? Ooh, it doesn't exactly work out right. We're going to reheat this a little more. So, yep, I got to figure out how to do that. And then we need to make a crucible. Now, I could possibly pull one of these crucibles down for that, but I think what I'm going to want to do is make a little more fire clay and fire that up. So, back up to yellow, and we will take a look at our chisel head. So, we'll do a shrink and 2 punches and see what that does. Yep, we are a half low. So if we do... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Do 2 of those and then 1 of those. So we did a shrink and 2 punches. Now we do 2 hammers and a draw. Oh, whoops. I did that backwards. Well, let me warm that up one more time, because we were actually past the point of being able to work it anymore. And let's take a look over here. How much longer do we have on this? We're almost done on our things there. Now, on a live stream, I made a loom here, so we will be able to use the wool after we get done with it. So we're back up to orange. Let's try this one more time. So we need 2 punches and a hit. So then we need a shrink and 2 punches. Now we need draw not last, hit not last, and hit last. So we need to draw. And we are cold again. Smithing is rather much of a pain in the butt. So we'll let it get at least one more tick. There we go. And now we will one more time do this, and we need to hit it twice, and there we go. There's our steel chisel head. So we'll grab a stick, and we'll do this. Now, just for ease of working here, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this crucible from here, because I haven't really been using it too much, and yeah, we will get everything else done. Now, the other thing, I made myself a steel saw, and we're going to go into that here in just a second. So we also have our, whatever, this thing. So now we need to combine this with a stick. And I'm just going to throw those hemp seeds in there. So we combine this with a stick, and that gives us our spindle. Now we combine our spindle with our wool, and it gives us our wool yarn. Now our wool yarn, I'm not entirely sure how this works. Ow, ow, ow. All of a sudden I couldn't move because my mouse rolled up over my headphone cords. So there we go. So we need 16 string. And... okay, so now do we need an empty hand, maybe? I guess we can put this on our back. I'm not sure what to do now with that. Well, we'll leave that alone for the moment. I'll drop this string in here. So we can go ahead and build our furnace. So we needed the crucible in the middle, steel sheets on the bottom, steel sheets on the top. I don't have a hammer. Okay, let me grab the hammer out of here. So steel sheets on the bottom, steel sheets on the top, crucible in the middle, hammer, and a steel chisel, and we get ourselves a steel furnace. So that's great. We're going to go ahead and just place this down right here. It should be good enough for now. And we have our regular interface for everything here. So I don't want to use charcoal for that. Charcoal is very expensive, so we're going to use some regular coal. And I'm going to go ahead and throw some sand in here. I think we're going to be stuck to the 60 or the 32 just like we are. Yep. So, yeah, that will make my glass for me a lot easier, because I also want to be building a house here somewhere. And I'm intending on using quite a bit of glass in it. So, yep, that's kind of something that I need to get. And it looks like my green beans took a cold hit now too. So, next up, we look in the quest book. We have our Iron Age quest now. So our steel furnace, this is going to give us a full heart, and charcoal, magnetite, or a quarter heart. That's definitely going to be the charcoal. So we still need black steel and the non-tool making alloys. I have yet to find any silver, and the black steel now we can start working with, but it's going to take me a little while to put that all together. So that I'm not going to worry about at the moment. So let me just do a little thinking here, clean up my inventory a little, and yep, I will be back in just a little bit. Well, at least a little bit of improvement here. So I figured out how to weave the cloth here. So I have to hold shift and right click with an empty hand on the loom once I've put everything in, and you can see it's building from the top down. So this is just kind of another one of those long drawn out processes. Now I need to make 3 of these to make a bed. So there we go. There's the first one. We got a wool cloth. I was able to shear the sheep again, so I'm still going to have to shear him one more time in order to be able to get the bed made. But at least we're getting closer. It'll be nice to have a bed finally. And, yep. So, I'm not sure what I should do next. It looks like I have to get that black bronze quest finished in order to get the immersive engineering stuff going. If I look here, this one says it unlocks 1 quest elsewhere, and if we look in immersive engineering, this one says it requires 1 of 2 quests elsewhere to be completed. So, yep, I think that's probably what it is. Now, the black bronze, if we look, or the black steel, which does take black bronze, this requires some nickel and the black bronze, and I don't recall how to make black bronze, but I'm pretty sure we are minus a whole bunch of the materials we need there. So we're not going to be able to move on with that at the moment. So, yep, I think I might just do a little bit of research myself and see if I can figure out a little bit of how immersive engineering works. And we're going to take a look at that anyway. So I will be back when I get some of that figured out. So guys, I've been doing a little bit of checking through the engineer's manual here, and unfortunately, if we look at our overview and stuff, we get in here to the introduction, and we need to make this engineer's hammer, and in order to do that, we need the black steel ingots. So I'm going to have to go out and find some silver, because we need silver to make the black bronze, and yeah, we can't continue on without it currently. So also, while I was just kind of glancing through the furnace here on the recipes for the furnace, I found these piles, and to make these you can combine certain amounts of your regular ores to get them. So like 2 regular bismuthinite will give you a bismuthinite pile. You can put that into the furnace and it will give you a bismuthinite or a bismuth ingot. Now the one thing about this is we need a steel hammer for this. So currently I am heating up 2 steel ingots in here, and they're just about ready. We're going to pull this glass out here, and yeah, we're going to try this out here in just a second. So we've got our 2 ingots. First off, we need to weld these together because we're going to need a double ingot for this. And then we need... no, what did I do wrong? That's no good. Okay, well, then I guess I'm going to have to heat up this last ingot. That's kind of stinks. Okay, so let's drop that in there. Yep, but I need to make myself a hammerhead, and I could have sworn that was with a double ingot, but I guess not. So here, let me just check here real quick. Is it the single ingot that I need for the hammerhead? Yes, it is. Should have checked that beforehand. So I guess in the meantime, I'm going to reheat this double ingot because, as you can see, I don't have my sword. It broke while I was out fighting some things. And actually, I think I broke it on the cranberry bushes when I was picking them up. But so we're going to heat this back up just a little more, and we are going to make ourselves a steel sword blade. So we're going to try this out here now. So our plans, we need a sword. And oh, this is going to be fun. So let's go ahead and shrink this out a little. And the bends go about that much. Okay, a light hit. Nope. So let's take it back a little. There we go. Sword blade. So now we'll combine this with a stick and we will get ourselves a steel sword. Now that's quite an improvement over what we've had in the past. And then we'll check here, we're at faint red currently. So why am I trying to get that to where I can make the piles? Because that means I can use regular coal to make wrought iron. That's kind of nice. We won't have to worry about using the charcoal in the bloomery anymore to make our raw iron blooms, which actually I have one to deal with here. And I'll probably just go ahead and drop that in here, get it heating up as well. But so, yeah, we're going to get this heated up to the point of where I can work it. I will get myself a steel hammer, and then I am going to start working on getting those. I can take the hematite or the magnetite and convert them into, or the limonite for that matter, and convert them into the piles, and from the piles then I can go straight to ingots. So, yep. Well, it looks like we're ready for working this, so let's go ahead and look at our plans. Let's get a hammer, and we need shrink not last and punch last, and anything in between. Well, I guess anything. Okay, so... and we already are too cold. Alright, well, I'm going to get this figured out. I mean, the smithing, you guys have seen it quite a bit, so... yep, I'm going to get this, and I'll be back when I've decided what we're going to do next. So guys, I think there's one more thing that we're going to look at today, and then we're probably going to be good for the day. So, now that I have my steel saw, I should be able to go ahead and make these better barrels. So, to make the better barrels, we need a steel saw, 7 logs, and a chest. So, I see that we can use the willow wood for that, and, well, quite frankly, I think the willow wood is just absolutely ugly. So, I'm going to go ahead and just grab all of this, and we're going to go ahead and make up some chests with that. So, I think this is the pattern, and we'll use our copper saw. Nope, that's supports. We'll use our copper saw to make our regular planks. We'll get four chests here, and I could have sworn that I heard a zombie. So we're gonna get up here in safety. I also found out that it seems like the sheep is eating tall grass, so I've been placing some of that in there. So, yep, that's good. So now we're going to place our willow chest. We're going to place our logs around that, and we will grab our steel saw, and we get some better barrels. So I'm going to get one more, and now we can actually start getting our inventory organized a little better. So we're going to drop down a better barrel right here, and actually we'll drop a few of them. So in here I have tons of cobblestone. So now what we can do is place these in here and double click and eat a sandwich. And that's still not enough. There we go. So now what I can do, I'm actually going to break this chest, and that will give us all of those in our inventory. We can now just double click on this, and it looks like, there we go. Okay, so if we double click on this, you can see the amount of stuff in it, it just keeps going up. So now what's left there is not cobblestone, so we have some regular clay stone here. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the next one. A vessel. Okay, well, we had more claystone cobble here. So yeah, I had quite a bit of this stuff. So this I'm going to place in here now because it's empty. We've got a lot of sticks. We'll probably be moving those into them as well. So we've got an additional one here. So now the dirt, for now, I'm just going to place it in there. We're getting closer. The smooth stone. We got a little bit of the dirt again. Some gravel. So we just keep getting more and more of this stuff. So the bricks, we're going to move over here. The gravel over here as well. Now we have some of our regular stones. And yeah, we're just going to drop that one on the ground. This one's empty. And so is that one. Okay, so as you can see, this will make it much easier to store the stone. We can make a whole bunch of these to store all the items that we have a large amount of, like the rhyolite, sticks, and down in the cellar here, I have a whole bunch of more of the claystone cobble. So, yep, I'm going to be moving a lot of that stuff around and trying to get this a little more organized. As I said, I'm going to try to build a house, so I'm going to have to plan out where do I want to have storage. But at the moment, we can build these, and we should be able to make what is it, a dolly? Now, dollies have the ability to move these barrels, but it looks like the recipe has been disabled. So that's unfortunate. We'll have to move them, move the items and the barrel all at once. So we'll really have to plan out, especially when we start getting upgrades, because if we look at these barrels, if you're unfamiliar with the Better Barrel system, there are no upgrades available for that. Either that or they're not listed there. Okay, here we go. Here's the barrel upgrades. So we have storage upgrades and structural upgrades for the barrels. I don't see the structural upgrades right now, but a storage upgrade increases the storage by 32 stacks. We can just keep stacking those together, and we can get up to 7,776 stacks of increased capacity. That is a lot. So, yep, we'll start looking at getting all of these in a more permanent location and getting all of our chests straightened out. But I am going to have to go out and do some hunting for some silver. I found out that they only spawn in 2 different types of rock layer, so it's kind of going to be a pain to locate, but I have to find that silver in order to move on in the quest book, and then we are going to hopefully be able to get into immersive engineering. So I guess I will say thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, let me know, and yep, I guess I will see you next time. Bye! One-hitting zombies. That is so nice. I love my steel sword.